Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, September 13th, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And this is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. Good morning, good morning. All right, how many of you guys are still in your pajamas? Give me a thumbs up if you're in your pajamas. I am in my pajamas. I have on pink and white polka dot nightgown. All right. I'm glad you guys are up with me so early. I know some of you guys, it's only like 7 o'clock. Oh, Tony, we got a bunch of rain in the last couple days. We didn't have rain for like 2 weeks, and everything was dead. And then the last like 3 days, we got rain. And I finally got to mow my grass yesterday. And my yard looks so good now. It's amazing what a couple days of rain will do. So we're going to make some fall cards today. I saw a card using this technique with these 3 squares that you turn, you know, diagonal, so they make diamonds. And it wasn't a Stampin' Up card. I don't even know where I saw it, but I was like, oh, that's a cute card. And so I pulled out some fall paper, and I practiced on these 2 first to see if I could figure out the measurements. And then I used some of the new paper to do this one. So we're going to make 2. We're going to make the new one and then one of these, whichever one you like better. So I'm going to go step by step how to cut the paper with one. And then this one, I've already cut the paper ahead of time. So you can pick which one you like the best out of this one. The, I don't know what that is. Is that a daisy? And I don't know what that flower is. So you could say yellow flower or white flower if you don't know what it is. I think it's, I don't even know if that's a daisy. I don't know. Just say yellow or white card. Oh my gosh. So hello, hello. Don't forget to do a thumbs up when you come on. And let me go back to the beginning and say hello. We got a bunch of people on already, almost 100. Hey, Terry. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Myra. Hey, Suzanne. Thank you for all the cards. Sue even sent a card for my mother and her roommate. But her roommate's in the hospital right now. She ended up having to go to the hospital on, what day did I went over there Thursday. So Wednesday, her roommate had to be rushed to the hospital because she'd been coughing a lot and they think she had pneumonia. So she has been in the hospital for a couple days, but hopefully she'll be back because she's not done with her rehab stuff yet. Let's see. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Tony. Hey, Tamla. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Julie. Hey, Evelyn. And I just realized I did your name wrong the other day. I don't know why I was thinking it was K-E. I think I'm thinking of Vicky because Vicky's last name is Kemp. And I was thinking yours was K-E, but it's K-A. So I had to fix your envelope before I sent it out. Let's see. I can't remember who I've said now. Hey, Therese. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Anya. What time is it over there? Like, oh, it's afternoon over there, I think, isn't it? Hey, Claudia. Yes, it's definitely starting to feel a little bit like fall in the mornings. It's like in the 60s in the morning, but it was like, I think it got up to about 79, 80 yesterday. But it was very breezy and low humidity, so it was so nice. I worked in the yard for about, I don't know, 5 hours yesterday. My yard looks so good. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Carol Ann. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Linda. Hey, Shanna. Hey, Mario. All right, I'm going to stop there. Oops, there's Regina and Tootsie Bell. Oh, I will see everybody. Hey, Bina. After I say I'm going to stop, I see all these people. All right, so we're going to be using 2 different kinds of paper. So this pack, what is this one called? I can't remember. I want to say it's Autumn Splendor, but I'm not positive because I don't have the piece that goes in the back. This is probably like 2 or 3 packs put together that are leftover. So I don't even, I mean, I do have a full pack, but it's not open. But these are leftover pieces from other, I've used so much of this paper. So this piece is in here, and then here's one. Here's one. And the backs are just pretty, oh, there it is. Oh, Splendid Autumn. That's what it's called. Splendid Autumn. And it's still available. 164173. I love that one. But I was just looking for a nice fall card. I have a bunch of those purpley ones left. I have a bunch of those. So if they have a lot of sky, I didn't really use them because I was looking for things that covered most of the paper. So there's a lot more papers that come in this pack, but I've already used them all. So it is a great pack of paper if you don't have it. It's leftover from last year. So you might want to get that. We're also using this brand new stamp set, Gathering Moments, only the words. And it was funny because I was trying to find a little teeny word that went in the middle here that would fit, because these little white squares are only 1 1/4 square. So when you turn it diagonal, that's probably like about 1.5 inches. And so I was like, oh, this is perfect. Well, then I didn't realize it says images at 80%, 85%. So then I open it up and it's bigger. So then it just barely fit on there because I took the little square and I was just going around like this, seeing if it fit. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. And then when I opened it and I was like, oh, that's bigger than the front, but it still barely fits on there. But anyway, that's the stamp set we're using. That's brand new. And then for this one, we're using this paper, which is Gathering to Get Together. And this is in the Holiday Mini, I'm pretty sure. I think it is in the Holiday Mini. So I'm using this piece right here with the leaves, all different colors, and this piece right here. And it is a specialty pack because one side is embossed with the gold. I think this piece is really pretty too. I probably should have used that one. But I already had like the Old Olive and the Cajun Craze paper out on the table. So I just went ahead and did them all with the same color. So that's why I picked the one that had the Old Olive in it. And then that one, the back is just kind of spots. And then, oh, this one's really pretty too. How did I miss that one? I should have used that one. That didn't have green in it. And then that's the same piece. And then you got the green stripe that just has brown, like wood on the back. And then another kind of plaid piece with brown circles on the back. So that's that pack. So that is a little bit more because it's got the gold embossing on it. So I think instead of $12.50, it's $16.50. So this is what it looks like when you open it. So that's the inside. And it gives a really fun look there. The one that I saw actually opened this way, but that was harder to cut. So this, if you open it this way, it's easier to cut your card, because the one that I saw this way, you had to cut off this piece just on the front, and that's difficult. So this is the inside of that one, and this is the inside of this one. So they're all really fun. So did you decide which one? Let me go down. Evelyn says, as a former math teacher, you should first calculate the percentages. Percentages of what? I don't know. Oh, percentages of white versus yellow flowers. Let me see. Let me go back and look. We have yellow, 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 white, yellow, yellow, yellow. It's a sunflower. Is it? I don't know. I don't think it's a sunflower. It kind of looks like a sunflower, but those don't look like seeds. They look more like, I don't know. It might be a sunflower, but it doesn't really have like the seeds in the middle. Maybe it's just kind of blurry looking. All right, almost everybody picked yellow except for about 2 people. So I would say that's like 98%. Oh, Debbie says it's a Black-Eyed Susan. Huh. Can't wait to remake. Okay. Hello, Bonnie Blake. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Anne. All right, that's about all the votes we got. Okay. Love the sunflowers. Okay, so we're having dispute on this. Does anybody know what this one is? The white one? Kind of like baby's breath, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because it's so like blurry looking. So we're going to make one of these from scratch. Then we're going to do this one, which already has all the pieces done. So we're going to do this one. So we need the yellow piece. So what we're going to do is cut. Now I already did the cardstock I already cut. I'm going to show you how to cut the piece. So you want a piece for the front that is 2.5 by 5. So you kind of want to gauge where you're cutting. And then you also need this 1-inch strip here that is 1 by 5.25. So I picked this piece from this right here with the blue. So I'm just going to cut off 1 inch of that. So we'll do 1 inch first. And then we need to get this down to 5.25. And I know I've got my cutting thing upside down so you can't see it. But we're going to go to 5.25 and cut that off. So there's our little side piece. So that's where we get that from. So that's one. Then we need this piece right here. So you want to, I just cut it right here. And then I realized these flowers right here, which I really wanted to be the focal point, are kind of hidden behind this. So I'm going to actually move it over and cut off just a little bit here. You don't have to do that, but I want, so this is just going to be scrap. So we need this one. So I want my 2.5 to be this piece right here. Okay. And since my cutter's backwards, I'm going to turn it upside down. So I want 2.5 right there. And I'm going to cut off the top a little bit. So I need this piece 5 inches. So 5 inches. That's not going to give us any blue though. Let's cut it. That's a hard decision. Yeah, I guess I did cut off the top. All right, we want 5 inches. I hate to cut that flower off though. I think let's cut from the bottom for this one. All right, so there we go. So that's going to be our main piece right here. So that's going to show us more of the flowers on that. All right, so that's our main piece. This is a scrap, but we need for the inside here, the Cajun Craze squares are 1 3/4. So I've already cut those. These need to be 1.5. So I need to cut this down to 1.5. And oops. I keep moving it. Okay. And if you use 6 by 6, it's really easy because you have a lot of extra to work with. So this is our leftovers here, which is not very much. You don't have very much left over. All right, so then we got to cut these into 1.5 squares. So here's 1.5. Wow. UPS is out early today. I think I got a package. We need 2 of these. Actually 3, sorry, because we're using one on the back too. So 3 1.5 inch squares. And I think I'm going to do this one. So you can kind of cut wherever you want, whatever you want to show. So I definitely want this one up, and these two, it doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna have that one up and that one over. And then you do have one little extra one if you want to save it. So that's our cutting for the paper. And then you do have your other squares. So I'll show you the other pieces you need. This one, hold on, oops, my whole pile just fell over. All right, we've got that. So we've got 5.5 by 7 1/4. You score it at 4 1/4 on the long side. So it's 7 1/4, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And then it's regular 5.5. And then we've got our inside piece, and that's going to be on the inside. And that one was just 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then this one, let me put a little sticker on it so we don't forget. So this was 5 by 2 1/2. And then this one is 1 by 5 1/4 of the DSP. All right, so there we go. And then we need 3 of these. So these are, let me put 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 Cajun craze. And you need 3. Oops, I did that upside down. And then we've got our 3 1 1/2 square. Whoops. And that is the DSP. And then you need 1 white one. So I'll put that there. All right, so that is it for that. I think that's it. We've got the green, the white, the Cajun. Oh, I forgot the Cajun craze, sorry. All right, we need this too. Let me scoot. All right, so we've got the old olive, the strip, the white, Cajun craze. I think that's all the pieces. Okay, so get a screenshot of that. No, it's not difficult at all. And once you cut, if you're making a bunch of them, it's really easy. And if you're cutting from a big 12 by 12, it's really easy. Especially if you use 2 different pieces. I'm using all the same piece, but if you use like this one is 2 different pieces, it makes it even easier. All right, so everybody got a screenshot of that? Missing the mat for this. Oh, I got it right here. The sentiment. Oh, the mat for the sentiment is the back of one. So that's that. So it's still this one. Okay. Okay. All right, we're all done. All right, so let's take all these off and put it together. And it's super easy. You just got to be careful how you glue it. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is glue these 3 together and those 2 together. So these 3 all go together like this on the front. Oh, that's weird. Look how that came out clear right in the middle. Weird. So I don't know if any of you guys saw the video of the joke I did with my mother. So I decided every time I go see her, we're going to try and do 3 or 4 jokes. And I'm going to tape them and then put them on. I created that YouTube channel just for her. So she was really, really excited about the YouTube channel. She sat and watched that over and over and over. And she's like, I can't believe I have my own YouTube channel. So we started doing the jokes. I don't know what happened to her, but she was just like, she couldn't remember the jokes. And I would say, okay, we even wrote them down and had them right next to her. And she was like, she read that. The one that was the ice cream truck accident. The joke was, did you hear about the ice cream truck accident? And then I would say, no, what happened? And she was supposed to say it happened on a rocky road. But she kept saying it happened in Chesapeake. And that was the punchline. She's like, it happened in Chesapeake. And every single time we filmed it, she kept saying it happened in Chesapeake. I'm like, it didn't happen in Chesapeake. She just could not get the punchline. And I kept laughing and laughing and laughing so hard. I thought I was going to pee in my pants. And so the one that I filmed, I wasn't going to use because she messed it up again. But I think it was the funniest one. Because when she finally got it right, she was not funny. She was kind of just like tired of doing the joke. So she just said it and it wasn't funny. And I was like, okay, we're going to use the blooper instead. So if you haven't seen it, it's on my Facebook page. I'm going to post it on YouTube today. But it was so funny. I laughed so hard. And I've watched it probably 15 times. And every time I watch it, I just keep laughing harder. Because she's so serious. She's like, it was in Chesapeake. And I'm like, no, it wasn't in Chesapeake. She goes, oh, leave that part out. I was like, yeah, leave that part out because it didn't happen in Chesapeake. It happened on a rocky road. So that's the inside. So you just line this up to the edge, and there's like the base of your card. So then we're going to put these parts together. And the card that I saw did have extra layers. So they had put like a layer between the Old Olive and the Cajun Craze. So there was 4 layers there. If you want to do that, you can. I just thought it was more cutting. And then they also had an extra layer here so that it was 3 layers instead of 2. But again, that's like 4 more pieces to cut. So I tried to make it easier. So we're just going to pick. I definitely want that one up. I think I want that one up and this one this way. All right, so we're going to glue these down. But I'm telling you what, we had so much fun doing that. She just loves it. Because she gets such a kick out of, she gets a kick out of making me laugh. And then when I start laughing, she starts laughing. And it was just funny. And if Dot's there, she's laughing. But then one time we were filming and one of the CNAs walked in right in the middle, so we had to stop. Okay, and then this is the one, since I flipped the paper over, this is going to be the background for the words. And the words are going to go diagonal. So we got to stamp them like that. And I'm telling you, it just barely fits. So we're using Early Espresso, because that goes with all the cards. And I'm going to go ahead and do another one while I got it out. I'm going to do 2. That doesn't even look square, does it? Huh. I think I cut that crooked. Maybe just a sliver. All right, so ink that up. And we got to get it right on. See how it just barely fits. So you can use any words you want. I went through like 15 stamp sets trying to find one that was small enough. But I'm sure we have more. I just was looking for kind of an autumn one. All right, so that's all we need that for. So that was Early Espresso. And then we're also going to make some bows. So this is we're going to save this one for the other card and then put this one on here. Oops. think that's too much glue. Okay. All right, so now we're going to glue them down. So you're just going to decide where do you want. Now, see, this is going to go like catty-cornered. And you want it to line up with the green edge and this edge. So it's hard to see, but you want it to be that top corner with that top corner there. And then this corner over here. So both of these will be like on that green line. And then when that happens, it should line up with that too. So this one, I don't know if we should make it go that way. I think I'm going to do it this way. Let's put it at the bottom. So we'll do that one at the bottom and this one at the top. So make sure you only put the glue on half. So what I did is I flipped it over and just put the glue. This glue comes out really fast. All right, so now we're going to line it up with that. Okay. So it goes almost to the edge. This one did go almost to the edge. So you're going to do the top one and the bottom one first. So this one I'm going to put this way. So your glue's going to go on this half. And don't go all the way to the middle. You want it just a little bit less than the middle. And put that at the very bottom edge here. So now you've got, see how they lined up? So you've got the point at this corner and the point at that corner. And then make sure those are lined up right on your green. Then the middle one with the words is going to go right in the middle. And just make sure it goes to the same like place right here on the edge. And this one you can put a little bit more glue because it's going to glue the top there. But you don't want it past the middle line. So let's go over here. So you can put a little bit of glue right there and over and right there. And then flip it back over. And just kind of eyeball it so that it looks like all those are centered. And then just make sure there's no glue on this side. So there's that. And then we're going to make up a little bow. Hey, Rita. Hey, Jalen. Why Chesapeake? I don't know. She just kept saying, well, first she kept saying, did you hear about the man who had an accident in Chesapeake? And I'm like, where is she getting this man who had an accident in Chesapeake? I said, we never said anything except the ice cream truck. But she kept wanting to put a man in Chesapeake. And I was like, no, it's the ice cream truck. And then she just looks at me. She goes, you know I have good days and bad days, right? And I said, yeah, you mean some days you can remember and some days you can't? She goes, yeah, I can't remember anything today. And I said, okay. So then I wrote it down for her in case you wanted to just read it. And so we practiced it. I mean, we must have done it like 12 times. She was kind of getting irritated. So then we took a break. But she was so funny. And then she said a cuss word. Oh, Shirley. Oh, I mean, Cheryl. I got here 7:22. Oh, it's early where you are. All right, so we're going to get a glue dot. And we want to squinch it up a little bit because this is a giant glue dot. Holy cow. We need to squinch that up. Is that a word? Squinch. Squinch it up into a ball and just put it right there. And then put our bow on top and squish it down. So there's our bow. And then I got some gems. So these are the adhesive back metallic gems. Item number is 163780. So for this card, we're going to use the copper ones. So I'm going to get a big copper because it goes really well with the coloring here with the Cajun Craze. And a little. So we've got, let me see, copper, gold, and silver on these. They're really pretty. They kind of look like a hammered top. And then, of course, we have to spritz it with some shimmer spray. All right, so that's the first card. Love it. See, it's different from that one, isn't it? Oh, because I cut it different. Judy said, did it happen? No, it was just a joke. We got off the internet. Oh. Yeah, well, the white does seem kind of, I did white because this one was white and then the other one was white. So I just wanted to do them all the same. That's why I just had white on the middle. All right, so that was card number 1. So then card number 2 is this one. So I do have all these pieces already cut. So we've got our, let me get the stickers back. So that's that one. And then we've got our white. This one is white. Oops, that's not Cajun Craze. That is this one. Okay, Cajun Craze there. And this one. And then that one. And then we've got 3 of these. These are the, what do you call that? Plaid. I drew a blank. All right, those are, don't need that. We need this one. And 3 of these, 3 Cajun Craze. There. Okay, I think one. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, there it is. Okay. I think I got everything. All right, we've got green, Cajun Craze, inside white, 3 of those, 3 of those, 1 of those. Okay, I think we got all the pieces. So take a screenshot of that. Love the plaid one, yeah. The leaves look upside down on the big piece. Well, there's the mushroom, the right side up, although that one's upside down. We can do it that way. Kind of, I don't know if it makes a difference. I think they're kind of all going all different ways. Yes. Oh, Kenzie, you're so right. I'm all stuffed up this morning. I don't think my allergy pills started yet. Yes, Verna. And you know, it's sad really because, oh yeah, Lisa, her YouTube channel is Having Fun with Granny Millie. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but you know, I didn't grow up with my mother. I grew up with my father, and they got divorced when I was a baby, and she left, and I grew up with my dad, and then he remarried my stepmother, who we didn't really get along that well. And then they had my sister, who's my half sister. So, you know, I lived with my dad, and I really didn't have a relationship with my mother till I got much, much older. And so we were not very close for, I mean, until really maybe like 10 years ago. And, you know, at first it was hard because, you know, I had a lot of issues with her just leaving when I was young. And, but now that she's older and, you know, I'm really her only caregiver besides the nursing home, and she's very dependent on me for that, even though it's funny because when I was growing up, she didn't take care of me at all because she wasn't there. So at first I resented it a lot, but now I kind of am glad that I have her, because really she's about my only family I have left. But it's funny, I'm telling you, her personality has changed so drastically in the past year. And she's just gotten so much more happy and fun to be around. I mean, she used to be really negative, but now she's really kind of fun. So we have a good time together. So that's the front. Just glue those 3 pieces together. This goes on your edge. And, oh, that's how you can tell if it's upside down, because the other side has the leaves on it. Sorry I'm so nasally. I think working in the yard yesterday got my allergies going. It's been so dry, though. Oh, finally my car is not covered in dust. Okay, that is just a sliver over. So I really never had a mother growing up, you know, and I think that is, yes, you're right, Jalen. That is exactly, I think that's why I'm such an independent person, because I just pretty much grew up taking care of myself. My dad was always working. He was a pharmacist, and he was always at work. All right, so there's the inside. I love this leaf paper. All right, so there's that. So then we need to put these 3 together. And now this one, I kept them all the same way, so I didn't flip this over because I didn't like the back. I thought that looked funny. So we're going to keep them all with the plaid showing. So that was my life. But, you know, I look back and, you know, they say everything happens for a reason. And I think I did have a very hard childhood growing up with my stepmother and my sister, because, you know, it was just different the way that she treated the 2 of us. So anyway, I learned how to take care of myself and started working young and earning money to pay for my own clothes and, you know, things like that. And I think that's the reason that I'm pretty successful now and able to take care of myself. Because I look at my mother, and she's really never been able to take care of herself. She's always been dependent on other people to take care of her. And I just thank God that I'm not like that, because I wouldn't want to be dependent on somebody else for everything. All right, so we're going to flip this over. And just remember, don't go all the way to the center, because you don't want to get that glue on your inside part. So line it up right with that edge and that edge. It's probably easier to do it open like that. All right, same thing here. Take it and put it there. Yeah, Jalen, that's true. My sense of humor, I think, is because of that too. Because I was always like, I know this is kind of weird to say, but since I really didn't get much love at home, because my dad was never very affectionate, and my stepmother was never affectionate to me, so I was always searching for, you know, friends or boyfriends or whatever, because I wanted, especially ones that had good families. Like, most of my friends had really great families, and I always wanted to, like, be with them all the time. So I had a lot of good friends that had good families, and I would just stay at their houses all the time because I hated going home. All right, so there's that. But I've always had a great sense of humor. Oh, I was like, I thought I forgot to stamp that. So you never know. Like, you would never know by watching me on here, like, what kind of life I had growing up. You'd probably think, oh, she had such a great life growing up. Nope, I didn't. but that made me the kind of person I am today. So that's how you get to the way you are. I was Cinderella, pretty much. Not quite that bad, but yeah, kind of similar. Okay, so we're going to put, but I did have to do like all the chores. My sister never had anything to do, and I resented that. But then when, when I graduated from high school and went to college, I mean, I knew how to cook, I knew how to clean, do laundry, everything. My sister couldn't even boil water. She was really like, she did not know how to do anything. And she still doesn't, because she has, she's always had a housekeeper and a cook and all that. All right, so there's our little bow. I like to have all the little curls at the bottom. So we're going to get another glue dot. And I knew, I mowed the grass, I did the laundry, I did like all the chores around the house. So I knew how to do everything. And I think that's great. And I really think kids nowadays don't even know how to mow the grass most of the time. All right, so that's going to go there. And then for this one, I'm going to use the gold ones on the same pack. And one big and one little. It's not sticking. And there we go. I wish we had a pack of like just gold and just whatever. All right, and then spritz it. Love it. All right, so whoops, I got it all over the gems. Okay, so this is card number 2. And here's card number 1. And then here is, where'd the other one go? Oops. I lost the other one. Where did it go? Here it is. All right, here's the other one. All right, there we go. So there's all the cards today. So I hope you like that. Let me go through the comments real quick back. Cheryl, did I pay for my own college? No, my dad did pay for my college. I had to pay for everything else, so I worked in the summer to pay for, they just paid my tuition, and they did pay my, my tuition and a room and board, and then I paid for, food and anything else I needed, books and stuff. And oh, thank you, Sherry. You're so sweet. You are so sweet. Thank you, Sandy. You're all so sweet. Could I put the middle one? You could. I did put this one on dimensionals on one of them, and then but it looked weird because you can't put the other side on dimensionals. So I had dimensionals like here and here and here, but it was weird because this side can't be, and it was crooked. So I don't know. I liked it better flat. Yeah, Vicky, you're right. My mother, yeah, a lot of people do go downhill in their nursing home, but my mother just loves it there. And she, she just thrives in that place. And I love going there and visiting with everybody. And they all know me now. All the patients, who are in the hallway near her, they all just come out and say hello, and I give them candy and stuff. All right, so you know what time it is. It's time for the joke. So I already told you the one joke about the ice cream truck. Oh, another funny thing was one of the jokes I was going to do was, what do you call a bagel that can fly? And so I said that one to her, and she goes, what? And I said, a plain bagel. Like plane, like flying plane. And she goes, that's not funny. I said, okay, we won't do that one. Oh, she just looked me dead in the face and was like, that's not funny. I said, I thought it was cute. She goes, I don't want to do that one. Okay. All right, let me pull up my joke. And this one is from Cindy Iris Smith. She sent me this yesterday, and I thought it was really cute. All right, let me take a sip of water first. Hold on. Okay. A gorgeous young brunette goes into the doctor's office and said that her body hurt wherever she touched it. Impossible, says the doctor. Show me. The brunette took her finger, pushed on her left wrist, and screamed. Then she pushed her elbow and screamed even more. She pushed her knee and screamed, and then she pushed her ankle and screamed. Everywhere she touched made her scream. The doctor says, "You're not really a brunette, are you?" And she goes, "Well, no, I'm actually a blonde." And he goes, "I thought so. Your finger's broken." I thought that was really cute. What was the other one? Gosh, what was the other one we told? Oh, why was the ant so confused? Because all his uncles were ants. So I told her that one, and she started laughing. She goes, "Well, all of his aunts were ants too." I said, "Well, you're right." Oh, she was cracking me up. All right, let's scoot these out of the way. And here's the cards for today. So I got a Christmas card, got a fall card, and a couple other cards. All right, so we have a few of our contest people left. So let's just pick some. All right, let's see. This one is Debbie Vaverka. Let me get some papers. Debbie Vaverka. So you get this one. And then, let's see. Marie Curl. Marie Curl. You get the fall one. And I'm out of Post-its. Let me get some more. All right, we only got a couple more. I'm just going to throw the rest of these in the bucket. Who is this? Joyce. This is Joyce DuPont. Yeah, that one goes that way. And then one more. Let me see. Van Dyke. Oh, that's Regina. Regina's card. Okay. There we go. All right, so those are the winners for today. And then I'm just going to throw these. There's only 3 left. I'm going to throw them in the bowl for next time. So, oh, I forgot to tell you. Don't forget, this is the card kit. So if you order $100 or more, you'll get the kit to make these, plus an additional extra card from me. And if you want to just order the kit and not place a $100 order, you can do that for $20. You can get the kit by itself and the directions. And then if you want to send cards to either me or my mother or any of these people, there's all the addresses. My mom's YouTube channel is Having Fun with Granny, Granny Millie, Millie. I've only got maybe like, I think 10 videos so far on there. So it's just, I just started it not too long ago. So we've only got a few, but I'm going to try and add like 3 or 4 a week. So, but one of them already has like 30,000 views. One of the jokes. No, I don't think she reads the comments. Well, I read them to her. She's very not good with phones. I have to show her how to get on YouTube all the time. And even though I've written down the directions step by step how to get on YouTube, she still has a hard time. She's even got like the app, and all she has to do is click on it, and then I don't know why she just can't do it, but she's kind of scared of the cell phone. All right, you guys. And don't forget, thumbs up. I don't know how many we've got so far, but make sure you do thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, comment, and make sure you double check your subscription to make sure you are still subscribed, because YouTube unsubscribed a lot of people on everybody's channels. Oh, Jalen, we need you to make a soundtrack of one of your laughing. One of my laughing fits. Yeah. Yeah, that would be funny. I know. It's kind of like when you see a baby laughing. It's like if you ever see a baby laughing, it makes you laugh. And I think when I'm laughing, I make myself laugh. Because when I watch the videos back, I laugh even harder than I laughed when I was making the video. So they're funny. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And hopefully you have some beautiful weather like I do here. And Cheryl said she loves the blonde joke, but she's heard it before. Never heard the bagel joke. Okay. Vicky, I snort all the time. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard me snort on here, because I normally, when I start laughing hard, I do snort. And that makes me laugh harder. All right. Take care, everybody. And don't forget, thumbs up. And make sure you leave a comment, too. And I will be back. Oh, I forgot to turn this over. Sorry. And I'll be back on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for another fun video. And I'll see you then. Have a great